Okay, children, good afternoon. In the morning session, I asked you one question. How many of you tried that question? Once from the sample paper, I asked one question. What about the question? How many of you solved that one? Did you try that question? Did you try that one? Yeah? Yes, Ashik?
Or to do.
What is the question? Read the question. You copied that question. Fia, read the question, Fia.
Yes, ma'am. If sum of two numbers is 1215 and their HCF is 81, then the possible number of pairs of such numbers are.
So how to do this? Sum of two numbers is 81, isn't it? So no, sum of two numbers is, read the question again. Priya, sum of two
numbers is 1215.
Sum of two numbers is 1215. Then, and the HCF of these two numbers is 81. What is asked here? We are asked to find all possible pairs. Okay, we want to find all possible pairs. How to do this? Find all possible pair of, one more time, read the question, Fia.
Possible number of, if sum of two numbers is 1215 and their HCF is 81, then the possible number of pairs of such numbers are.
Then how many possibilities are there? That is what we want to find. Okay, so how to do this? It is given HCF of X and Y is 81, isn't it? HCF is 81. So we know that HCF will divide the numbers. Will divide X and Y. Okay, so surely HCF will divide X and Y. So the number X will be of the form A into 81. It will be a multiple of 81. So it will be 81A. Similarly, Y will be same as 81B. HCF will divide the numbers. So here it is given HCF is 81. So X will be a multiple of 81. Y will be also a multiple of 81. If you substitute it here, 81A plus 81B is 1215. So you divide by 81. So when you divide by 81, what you will get? A plus B is 15. Check it. What about 81 into 15? What is 81 into 15? Okay, you find this 81 into 15, 40, 1, 8. So you get 1215. So A plus B is 15. So you have to find all possible pairs of A and B where you will get 15. Okay, you want to find A and B as co-prime where the sum is 15. So what are the possible pairs? What are the possible pairs you will get? Sum is 15. You can take 1 and 14. Then
13.
2 and 13. Then is it possible to take 3 and 12?
No, ma'am.
No, because it is not co-prime. Okay, so 3 and 12 we can't take. Then
4 and 11.
4 and 11. Again, 5 and 10 we can't take because the HCF will change. Is that no? Then 6 and 9, is it possible? The next possibility is 7 and 8.
Yes, ma'am.
Then 8 and 7. Is it possible? 8 and 7. Okay. So what answer is 5 pairs. How many pairs are possible? Answer is 5 pairs. Okay. You have to keep it in mind that HCF always divides the given number. HCF will divide the given number.
Ma'am, 7 and 8 same, no. So,
but here the number will change, is or no?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, okay. So with this, we complete this real numbers. We have to start with the next topic. Polynomials, next chapter, write the heading. Chapter 2, polynomials. Chapter 2, polynomials. So in polynomials, children, only the first part, graph and finding zeros and relation is there. Division algorithm is deleted. Okay, note down that division algorithm is deleted. Only the first part, formation, relation between zeros and coefficients, and graph. Okay, from the graph finding the zeros. That is first two exercise. If you take your NCERT textbook, in your NCERT textbook, 2.1 and 2.2 is there. 2.3 is not there. That is division is not there. Polynomial division and division algorithm is not there. Okay. So polynomial of degree 1 is called? Polynomial of degree 1 is called? What you have learned? What is polynomial of degree 1? Polynomial of degree 1 is called? What is, tell me children? Polynomial of degree 1 is called? What is the name you have learned? Take the notebook, what you have learned earlier, take the notes, keep it ready, take the textbook. Tell me, polynomial of degree 1 is called?
Linear.
It is linear. Polynomial of degree 2 is called? Quadratic. Meghna, degree 3?
Cubic.
Cubic. And what about degree 4? Hein, Steve? Degree 4 is called? Hein, Steve? We can't hear Hein, Steve. Biquadratic. It is biquadratic. Okay. How many zeros are there for a quadratic polynomial? How many zeros are there for a quadratic polynomial?
2.
At most 2. Okay, it is not simply 2. What is the term we have to use? At most 2. Nth degree polynomial will have at most n zeros. Okay, at most n zeros. Suppose we are given with a polynomial. Suppose we are given with a polynomial y is equal to f of x. Suppose we are given with the polynomial y is equal to f of x. The number of zeros will be same as the points where it cuts the x-axis. If the curve is given as y is equal to f of x, if the curve is given as y is equal to f of x, zeros means it is the point where the graph cuts x-axis. Okay, that one you have to note it down. Sometimes graph will be given and from the graph you will to find out the number of zeros. If y is f of x, if it is a function in x, it is zeros will be same as the point where it cuts the x-axis. Suppose it is x is f of y. X is a function in y means zeros will be same as the point where it cuts the y-axis. Okay. If it is given x is equal to f of y means the points where it cuts the y-axis are the zeros. So graph will be given and you may be asked to find out the zeros. How many zeros are there? Like that the corresponding question will be there. Okay. What is degree of the polynomial? Degree of the polynomial is?
Highest power.
Yes, degree is the highest power of the variable present in it. Okay, it is the highest power. So degree is 1 means we call that as linear polynomial, isn't it? Degree 1 means we call it as linear. And what is the general form? Ax plus b with a not equal to 0. If degree is 2, we call that as quadratic polynomial. And what is the degree of what is the general form? Ax square plus bx plus c with a not equal to 0. And degree 3, we call it as cubic polynomial. The general form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d with a not equal to 0. Degree 4 means we call it as biquadratic. It is called biquadratic polynomial. And the general form is ax raised to 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e with a not equal to 0. Now, tell me what is the degree of the constant polynomial? What is the degree of the constant polynomial? What is the degree of constant polynomial? Constant polynomial means what is the degree?
0.
Yes, it is 0. For the constant polynomial, degree is 0. And for a zero polynomial, degree is not defined. Okay. For a zero polynomial means if you write simply 0, it is a polynomial. Okay, it is a polynomial. But in that case, degree we call it as 0 because we can write this, it is not defined because we can write this as 0x cube. If you want, we can write this 0x4. So degree of zero polynomial is not defined. Then we have learned about the relation between zeros and coefficients, isn't it? Relation between zeros and the coefficients. Up to this, is it okay? Is it clear? Are you able to recall this? Rifa?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, will you show that slide one more time? Ma'am, constant polynomial. Can you say one example?
5. We can write this as 5x raised to 0. Root 10 is a constant polynomial. We can write this as root 10 into x raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So constant polynomial degree is 0. But zero polynomial means we can write any variable there with any power. Yes or no? We can write this as 0 into x raised to 100. So that is why we say it is undefined.
Yes.
Okay.
Ma'am, can I rejoin? I can't hear you.
Yes. Okay.
Network issues.
Okay. Right, the next one. Next one. Identify which of the following are Identify which of the following are polynomials in one variable. Identify which of them are polynomials in one variable. Which of them are polynomials? Which of them are not polynomials? You have to identify. What is the answer for the first one? Is it a polynomial? Yes, Haynes, Steve. Is it a polynomial, first one?
No.
No. Very good. It's correct. Why?
Ma'am, x
Ah.
square plus
Ah,
last 3x cube.
3x cube is allowed. But what about this here? 1 by x means we can write this as, it is in the denominator. It will become negative exponent. Whenever the exponent becomes negative, it is not a polynomial. What about the second case? And Mary, is it a polynomial in two variable?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It is, there are two variables here. Which are the two variables? X and Y. Okay, first one is not at all a polynomial in two variable. What about the next one? Third one? Is it a polynomial? Rifa? No. Why? Root x is there. Therefore, it is not at all a polynomial. What about the fourth one? Badra? Is it a...
It is a polynomial.
Yes, it is a polynomial, but in one variable. Okay, which is the variable here?
X.
X. It is a polynomial in one variable. Aman Shakir? Fifth one. Is it a polynomial?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it a polynomial, Aman? Is it a polynomial?
Yes.
Fifth one. Yes. Is the wrong answer. Prajod, what is the answer here? Fifth one.
It is not a polynomial, right?
Why?
A constant, it is there.
Constant is there, but it is not because of the constant.
No, I just told constant.
Ah. What?
1 by x cube.
1 by x cube. So it will become x raised to minus 3. Exponent.
Negative will not come.
Negative exponents are not allowed. Aditya S. Krishna. Sixth one.
That is not a polynomial.
Right?
X is the
Yes. Correct. Okay. So it is plus x raised to minus half plus 5 is correct. It's not a polynomial. Hadi Amin, seventh one. Hadi Amin.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it a polynomial? Seventh one. Hadi Amin. Hadi Amin.
No, ma'am.
No, why? Okay, some video or some sound disturbance is there. Video or audio. Someone is watching TV there. Hence, our power must be a non-negative integer. For the polynomial, the definition is, okay, it is an expression involving constants, variables. Okay, there should be constant variables with the exponents as non-negative. What is meant by non-negative? It must be a positive integer or it may be 0. It may be a positive integer or 0. Now look at the exponent here. Exponent means the power. Look at the power here. Is it non-negative integer? Here we are not writing means the power is 1. X1 means it is x raised to 0. Look at the powers. Whether they are non-negative integer. Okay, for polynomial, you have to keep it in mind. Power, it is otherwise called exponents. It must be non-negative. So look at here. Non-negative integer. 1 by 2. Is it an integer? It is not an integer. Therefore, it is not at all a polynomial. Okay, it is not a polynomial. Okay. Now write the next one. Write the first, look at the question. Listen, children, I'll send this question after once we discuss it. Okay. Now just try to solve as many questions as possible. Look at the first one. What is the answer? Which of the following is not a polynomial? What is the answer? First one. Which of the following is not a polynomial?
D.
D. Yes. Because we have the variable coming in the denominator. Look at the second one. If it's a 0. Okay. Write that question. If 2 is a 0 of ax square minus 3 into a minus 1 into x. If 2 is a 0 of, write the question. If 2 is a 0 of, if 2 is a 0 of ax square minus 3 into a minus 1 into x minus 1, find a. If 2 is a 0 of this polynomial, find a. How to do this? 2 is the 0. That means in the place of x, you have to put 2, isn't it? When you put x is 2, what is the value of a? Find out. It is a 0. When you put x is equal to 2, you get a into 2 square minus 3 into a minus 1 into 2 minus 1 is 0. Simplify this and find out what is the value of a. What is the answer? Will you be getting like this? 4a minus 3a. Okay, here we have a. Okay, if you want, you can write this as 3 into 2 is 6 minus 1. So 4a minus 6a plus 6 minus 1 is 0. From here, what is the value of a? What is the value of a? If x is equal, is it 4? How will you get 4? You group these terms, like terms, and you group it, you'll get minus 2a, isn't it? Plus 5 is 0. Therefore, what is the value of a? A is equal to 5 by 2. A is 5 by 2. A is 5 by 2. Write the next one. Similar question only. Next one. If minus 4 is a 0, if minus 4 is a 0 of, if minus 4 is a 0 of the polynomial, if minus 4 is a 0 of the polynomial x square minus 2x minus of 7p plus 3, find p. Find p. If minus 4 is a 0 of the polynomial x square minus 2x minus of 7p plus 3, find p. What is the value of p? What is the value of p? Vishnu Priya, what is the value of p?
Minus 51 by 7.
51 by 7. Rifa, what is your answer, Rifa?
Now I'm doing.
Prajot, what is the value of p, Prajot?
Ma'am, I got 3.
You got 3. Rose, what is your answer?
-3.
3. Okay. So let's check this one. Okay, when you put x is 4, minus 4, minus 2 into minus 4, minus 7p, minus 3 is 0. Okay, minus is common for the whole term. So it will become 16 plus 8 minus 3 is equal to 7p. I'm taking p to other side. Okay, so you'll get 21 is equal to 7p. So p is 3. P is 3 is the correct answer. Write the next one. Write the next one. If 1 0 of the polynomial is, if 1 0 of the polynomial is, if 1 0 of the polynomial x square minus 4x plus 1 is 2 plus root 3. 1 0 of the polynomial is 2 plus root 3. The other 0 is dash. The other 0 is dash. If 1 0 of this polynomial is 2 plus root 3, the other 0 is dash. So for solving this, what do you have to do? We have to use the relationship. Okay. What are the formula we have learned? Suppose linear polynomial takes the form ax plus b. What is the relation that we have learned? How many zeros are there for a linear polynomial? Only 1 0 is there, isn't it? Only 1 0. And suppose we take the 0 as alpha. Then alpha will be same as minus b by a. Okay. Suppose there is only 1 0, we denote that as alpha, and it is equivalent to minus b by a. Relationship between zeros and coefficients. For a quadratic polynomial, what you have learned? For a quadratic polynomial, the polynomial is
Beta is equal to minus b by a.
yes. Beta is equal to
Minus b by a.
minus b by a. Now for quadratic polynomial, suppose this is okay, the general form. We take 2 zeros. And what is the relation? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Alpha beta is c by a. Okay. And for a cubic polynomial, suppose the polynomial takes the form ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. We have 3 zeros. Alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros. Okay, then sum of the zeros is alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b by a. Then alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a. And the product alpha beta gamma is minus d by a. This is the formula we have learned for relation between zeros and coefficients. Relation between zeros and coefficients. And then formation of polynomial also we have learned. Is that no? Formation of polynomial. What is the formula we have learned for formation?
kx raised to 2 plus
For a quadratic polynomial, it is given by k into
x
x
raised
square
to
into
2 alpha
minus
plus beta x in-
alpha plus beta
alpha
into x plus alpha beta product. And for a cubic polynomial,
Square minus x alpha plus beta plus x alpha.
plus alpha beta. Yes. And for cubic polynomial, it is k into x cube minus x square into alpha plus beta plus gamma plus x
Alpha.
into alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha minus alpha beta gamma. Here, alpha plus beta plus gamma, we call it as sum of 1 0, okay, taken at a time. Sometimes instead of giving in notations, they will give this in wordings. So you should know the terms. Sum of 1 0 taken at a time. We take 1 0 at a time and we sum. Sum of 1 0 taken at a time. Here we call this as sum of 2 zeros taken at a time. We take 2 zeros together. Sum of 2 zeros taken at a time. Sum of 2 zeros taken at a time. And this one we call it as product of the zeros. Alpha, beta, gamma, we call it as product. Okay. Sometimes they will give these terms. Sum of 1 0 taken at a time. Sum of 2 zeros taken at a time. The next one is product. Okay, so now look at the previous one. What is asked here? 1 0 is given, isn't it? 1 0 means we can take this as alpha is 2 plus root 3. We want to find beta. So here we can use the relation alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. So alpha is 2 plus root 3 plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Here a is 1, b is minus 4 and c is 1. You substitute this value, minus of minus 4 by 1, which is 4. Therefore, it will be beta 4 minus 2 minus root 3. So it will be 2 minus root 3. Beta is 2 minus root 3. Okay. Next one. The zeros of the polynomial. The zeros of the polynomial z square minus 27. The zeros of the polynomial z square minus 27 are dash. Are dash and dash. What are the zeros? Find out. Z square minus 27 means? What is the answer? Z square is equal to 27. Z is plus or minus root of 27, isn't it? It is plus or minus 3 root 3. You have to take the root. It is plus or minus 3 root 3. Okay. Okay, children. With this, we wind up the session now. Thank you. Sir,
Thank
children.
you.